Alright, awesome. You got volume on? Alright, we are live. Let me get this a little closer. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Grapple Games TV. We are back, Chris and I.
Hello.
It is Halloween.
It is.
Happy Halloween.
Surprise, surprise.
Let's take a look at Chris. We got to see his...
You gotta see it. There you go.
Alright, Chris. What is this? Who are you?
I'm Maleficent, and I couldn't go anywhere today without being somewhat dressed up. So.
Alright, well, happy Halloween to everybody.
Yes.
And tonight, we are going to play a spooky little game, pretty fitting for Halloween, called Elder Sign. Now, this is a board game that is put out by Fantasy Flight, and it's set in the H.P. Lovecraft Cthulhu universe. So we were playing as investigators that are stuck, maybe trapped in this library, and there is an otherworld force, some big bad creature that is trying to break into our reality. And we randomly pick one of the monsters to fight, and Chris decided he wants to have a hard time tonight.
I did not do that on purpose, I swear.
And we are actually battling the one, the only Cthulhu.
Oh, it's terrible, but
So we are battling the big bad himself.
He's not easy. He needs 13 signs, so we got some work to do.
Yep. So this game is a cooperative game, so both Chris and I are working together to seal away Cthulhu before he can emerge into our world. And in order to do that, we are going to these different locations, trying to attempt these different tasks. So, and we do that by rolling dice. So another dice rolling game. And it's a press your luck game. So as I'm here at these different locations trying to resolve the tasks, if I fail, I start losing dice, and it makes it harder and harder for me to complete these tasks. So let me show you one of the cards real quick. Let's see, here's a good one. All right, so this one is called Ancient Relics, and got it clear on there, but
That's a little bit better.
a little better. And okay, so I can't get it perfect. All right, so anyways, so this has 2 rows of tasks that have to be completed. So I need to roll a die with a scroll on it, and 3 investigate. And once I roll those dice, I'll set them on there, saying I've completed that task, and then I'll also have to solve the second one, which is exactly the same. And then on these cards, they have a failure and a reward. So if I am successful, I'll get this reward, which are things like clues and seals to seal away the Cthulhu, items, spells, and bad stuff that can happen. So in this case, I would lose some of my sanity messing with these ancient relics. And
there are some cards on here. I don't know if this says it on here or not. No, it says terror.
Yeah.
So you always got to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, each location and objective will have certain effects. So this one, if I roll one of the terror dice and I fail to solve one of these, then I will also lose 1 sanity. So it's very risky going here. So this game is very hard. So these ones I can actually complete in any order on that one. But this one, for example, has a little arrow going down the side. And on that one, I actually have to solve them in order. So I'd have to do the 2, then the 3, then the 6. And let's see here. So that's pretty much the locations. These are just the normal locations that are in the library. Certain events will bring out other world locations, which are these cards. And they're very similar, but sometimes the rewards and risk and reward is a little bit higher. Those are like portals into another dimension. Each time that we each take turns, time ticks down, and every time the clock strikes midnight, then we'll resolve one of these. I can't remember what the name of them is, but Mythos. Yeah, Mythos cards, and they are usually bad stuff for us. Limitations. They lock down our dice. bad stuff. That's all. Everything in this game is bad stuff.
Yes.
Okay, so like I said, we're fighting Cthulhu, and some of the rewards for completing these is the seals. So if we get these little Elder Sign seals, then we can put them on Cthulhu, and Cthulhu specifically requires 13 seals to seal away. Certain things also will put tokens on the Doom track, bringing out monsters, making things harder. In addition, Cthulhu has an ability called the Dreams of Madness. So each of us our maximum sanity and stamina is decreased by 1. So we're already starting the game with a huge handicap. And let's see. What else? You want to go tell?
Sure. We're both playing 2 different characters. I'm actually playing Carolyn Fern. And everybody has a special ability that they can use. Once per day, at the start of any player's turn, I may choose any one investigator including herself, to regain 1 sanity. So
All right.
I can help us stay sane.
Yep. Chris is the psychologist, so he's going to be telling me about your mother.
Yes.
And I am the photographer, so I have the hometown advantage, which that allows me once per roll during my turn. I can change my investigation, so we'll go over the dice in a second, but the little magnifying glasses is called an investigation symbol, and I can basically increase that by 1. So if I roll 1, I can go to a 2, 2 to a 3, 3 to a 4. And let's see. So yeah, let's go ahead and talk about the dice. So on the dice, you've got investigation with a little magnifying glass, and on the green dice, they are numbered 1, 2, and 3. And then we have a little scroll-looking thing, and that is called a lore. And there is a skull, that is a peril, and then the Cthulhu tentacles is a terror result. So that's the 6 sides on the green dice. We'll have some cards, some special abilities that will allow us to roll the yellow and red dice. And the yellow dice takes off the terror, so there's no tentacles on it, and it adds a 4 investigation. And then the red die also goes up to 4 investigation, takes off the what does it take off? Oh, it takes off the 1 investigation and puts a wild card. So a wild card can be used as any die result. So on our turns, we will take our little chip. So this is a Fantasy Flight game, so almost all their games have a million little cardboard chips.
Yeah, or cards or dice.
Yep. So you got these little signature dice, little tiny, or not dice, tiny cards, and a bajillion cardboard chips. So we'll take our little character, we'll go to one of these locations, we'll try to solve the thing, or we can actually come back here to the entrance of, is it a museum or library?
I think it's a museum,
Oh,
actually.
I said library, it's actually a museum. So we can go here to the museum, you can go to the gift shop, lost and found, first aid, things like that.
And if we ever come across that, we'll
talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Let's see, what else do we need to talk about? Each of our characters have starting items, so there are common items, unique items, and these are the cards that we start with, and it just so happens I have one that can give me the yellow or red die.
Oh, how fitting. I have whiskey and the alien statue.
Oh, so you will be able to add a red die, and what's this one do?
I may discard this card to, instead of taking 1 sanity.
Okay. So you drink some whiskey, and you're like, I don't care about that.
I'm too drunk.
All right. So yeah, that's pretty much the game. So we'll go ahead and get started and start playing. So Chris, do you want to go first?
I sure can.
Okay.
I could stay at the museum entrance, but I'm not going to. I feel like this might be the way to go. Because it's, well, this is going to be bad for me, because as soon as somebody completes both of these, you're going to lose 2 health right away.
Yeah, in order to complete these tasks, you have to lose a health. And you only have 3, so that's pretty risky. We have no way to heal ourselves either currently.
No, not currently. You know what? I'm going to go here.
Oh, you know what, Chris?
Yeah, what?
We actually have to start off with a mythos
We
card.
do.
So stars align, we add 1 Doom to the Doom track.
Oh, that was fast.
So we take one of these little chits and place it on the Doom marker track here. And this one, nothing happens. There's some that have like a little monster icon. To me, it looks like a little bumblebee. I don't know. Does it look like a bee to you?
I don't know.
Looks like some weird little anything, a little flying Cthulhu thing. Anyways, when you put a Doom token on there, you actually have to get a monster. And we have a bunch of monster tiles that we could have in this bag, and they'll come out on these cards just to make them harder. And before reason fails is the ongoing effect. So investigators may ignore order arrows on adventure cards today. So
that was actually a good thing.
Yeah, actually something good for us. So what that means is those arrows that say we have to go in a certain order, we can ignore those. So
should I go to what I was going to try to do?
Yeah, might as well then.
I'm going to go here.
So let's see, I think we roll the dice right here. You should be able to see them on the screen.
I think so. I'm going to I'm going to spend my alien statue to add the red die.
All right. There you go.
And
well, you can solve this bottom one because you have the peril and the terror.
I might as well do that.
And when you're solving these, you can only solve one line at a time. So he was able to complete one, so he gets to keep all of his dice and try again.
But typical Yahtzee rules, you have three rolls to complete.
Nope, you actually have.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You lose a die if you fail.
You lose a die. That's
yep.
That's what it is.
If you fail, like if you couldn't complete anything there, then you would take one die away and try again. Oh, perfect. Yeah. So you can't really see on the camera, but the second one is the terror. So you've completed that.
Okay. All I need is 4 investigation.
All right.
All I need. And you can use multiple dice to do it.
Yep.
2. I'm overkilling it with 5.
Yep. All right. So he was able to complete the whole adventure. So we'll do the rewards. So see if I can hold this up to the camera. So in this card, the little boot print is a clue. So he gets a clue token. Clue tokens are awesome. They basically allow you to reroll as many dice as you want to. Those are great. You get a unique item. He gets the King in Yellow, which adds another red die. And the star is an Elder Sign. So we've got 1 Elder Sign, 1 out of 13 down. Now, in addition, Chris also gets to keep this card. Has a number up in the corner. This is worth 1
trophy.
There is a thing up here at the entrance where you can actually trade your trophies in to buy different things. You can buy clues, items, spells, but most importantly, you can actually buy Elder Signs for 10. Right. So if you get 10 trophies, an Elder Sign.
So we're going to refill back up to 6, and you go back to the entrance. If you succeed, you go back to the entrance.
Yeah. If you had failed, you leave your little token there, and you can actually help your allies.
Right. You can either focus or assist.
So since I'm really good at investigation, I'm going to go to this one here.
Okay.
Actually, the rewards aren't really that great on this one. Maybe is there any other ones?
We have no Elder Sign opportunities.
No.
So a clue token wouldn't be a bad thing.
Well, this one does give me an ally. I guess an ally's all right, huh?
Allies are very helpful.
Okay, so I'll go to the security office, and I'm going to spend my lantern to search around there. That'll give me the yellow die. So I need 2 investigation, 3 investigation, and 6 investigation.
And we ignore... Oh, the end of my turn.
Oh, yes.
We needed to advance the clock.
The clock advances 3 hours.
So we're at... This is... started here.
Oh, we have it, here we go.
Should have been.
Yeah.
There we go. Sorry about that.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, the nice thing is my ability, once per roll, I can change one of these to bump it up. So I'm going to bump that up to a 2, complete the first one.
And remember, we don't have to do
it in order. So 3 or 6. Well, I rolled a 6, so I'm going to do that one. 6. And then all I need is a 3. And there's a 3.
One. You got a
All
couple,
they're all investigations. Okay, so that one is solved, completed. So I'll get that as a trophy, and then my reward is an ally. So my ally is Thomas E. Malone. Place 1 sanity token on Thomas Malone to change 1 die showing a lore result to a peril result. So, and does he have a certain amount of health? Or discard this card when there's 4 tokens on it. So he can 4 times change lore to peril.
Right.
Very cool.
And then we have the new exhibit.
Bong. Wish we had some cool like Halloween sound effects.
Yeah.
I probably could do it, but
I don't think we have enough time for that. This one actually, I could. That's 2 sanity lost though if I lose it. But we would. I kind of want to go after this one.
Medusa exhibit.
Yeah. But that's. I'm going to be losing a total of 4 sanity if I fail.
Yeah. And also has a terror effect that you have to discard all your dice showing the terror. That was very risky.
Well, maybe I need to go get some items too, but I don't want to lose any health. But I do have a clue token, so that could help.
Maybe I'll plan on doing this one, because since I have Thomas Malone, he helps me with getting perils.
Okay. You know what? I'll just do it. I'll try it.
Alright, let's go into the Medusa exhibit. The flavor text says, "How could any sculptor depict horror so perfectly?"
You know. And I'm going to go ahead and use the King in Yellow, which is this card here, which I just picked up, which will give me the
Red die?
Red die. So make sure I have it in the right discard pile.
Yep.
We'll have a terror, which is fine. So I lose a sanity. So I'm down to 4.
Yep, so this line you have to lose a sanity to do it.
Side.
Now you need either a lore insanity or 7 investigation. That's the key. Oh, you got the lore.
Got the lore. The terror effect does not happen because I didn't fail the roll.
Yeah, so the terror, what that does is if you fail the roll and roll one of these terror dice, that happens.
Okay. Oh, I could have negated the loss of that sanity, but that's okay.
Youch. Okay, now you've got 4 total, so you need 7. So here's what happens. He's failed to complete that one, so he's going to have to lose a die. But you can focus one of the dice. So
I could, yes.
Would you like to focus the 2?
Yeah.
Okay. So you just put the die on your little token, and so you're able to save one, and so you don't have to re-roll it.
What was the? Because I failed the roll.
Did you roll a terror?
Yes. That was the one.
So you discard all the dice with that terror result. So
that one.
Yep. So and since you failed, you have to discard a die. So I think you'd have to lose 2 die. So you have to. You have to roll. You have to roll 5 on 2 dice. Either a 2 and a 3 or a 3 and a 3. No, not quite.
No, one couple short.
So you got 3 plus this 5. Not enough. So what happens is bad stuff. You lose 2 more sanity. Down to 2 sanity.
2.
That was painful.
It was. I am gonna, at the end of anybody's turn, I'm gonna gain a sanity.
Okay.
So I'm gonna gain that one back for you.
Sure thing. Once per day. So You can do that once per day.
Yeah.
All right. So end of your turn. Time ticks down, and he's still here. So if I wanted to come here and work on this one, then not only could I
re-rolled.
Not only could I. Oh, I didn't. Forgot you had that. Not only could I focus a die on my token, I could also focus a die on my ally. But I think what I'll do is, I'm thinking either this one or this one. Let's see.
Now, well, good options for getting items, but
Yeah, I think I'll do this one. Vermin in the Pipes. And did I use this? Or did I use a different one?
I think you
I used the lantern. Okay.
Yeah.
So I could add the red one, but I don't think I'm going to on this one. So. Oh boy. All right. Well, I will use my special ability. Change this 2 to a 3. That'll allow me to complete this bottom one. 3 in a peril.
Okay.
And next roll. Oops. Yikes. So I'll use my ability again, change that to a 3.
Is that once per roll?
It says once per roll during my turn.
Okay.
So I'm assuming I could do that at every roll, right?
Yeah, once per roll.
It would say once per turn if I could only do it once. And there's a 3. That might be wrong, but the way it's worded seems right.
Usually they do a good job with like wording.
Yeah, yours says once per day. There's some of them that say once per turn.
Right.
This one says once per roll. All right, so complete that adventure. My rewards are a clue, and then 2 common items. I've got an old journal that gives me a yellow die, and some dynamite that gives me a red die, and another trophy. All right, new location. The writing on the wall. Time goes, and it strikes midnight. So we get a new Mythos card. And on these Mythos cards, you do the top first immediately, and then the bottom part is a lingering effect. So this one is the stars align. Add 1 Doom token to the Doom track, and there's no lingering effect.
So we don't have a monster token, so we're good?
No monsters. All right. Chris, you're up.
Do you think I should stay where I'm at and just try it again?
You will die. You'll literally die if you fail.
Oh, that's true. I don't really want to get the room card come out either. I don't like having all these terror cards out already. Do we have nothing but terror cards in?
Yeah, every single one has a terror event. This one's actually not too bad. Rewards are pitiful, but
I'll move here. And I don't have any cards that I can add dice.
Just don't forget about your clue to reroll dice. You need a 3, and then the next line is a 6. And you roll a 3.
I did. Look at all those terrors.
Yeah.
What would have been the penalty for that?
Discard 1 trophy.
The only trophy I have.
Yep. Alright, so now the next line is a 6. Awesome, you got it. You rolled 9, actually.
Nice.
So, completed. Reward is you get a clue.
Yeah, yeah.
Get a clue, Chris.
Thanks, Jeff.
There you
And my turn.
Time. Now the archives come out. Alright, my turn. Alright, I'm going to go to the hallway on fire. So it's gonna take 2 health to get through there. So I think I'm going to use my old journal to get a yellow die. And hopefully we can do it. With Malone, my ally, he's able to turn lore to peril, so should be good. Should be good.
Oh
All right.
my god. Almost.
So completed, lose health, stamina, and got it. Lose another health. So I'm down to 3 health. This is completed. My reward is 2 unique items. So I've got a Necronomicon, then you have red die, and after using this card, I gain a clue. And second unique item is the Flute of the Outer Gods. After rolling, discard to defeat 1 monster. That's kind of cool.
How are we doing with our stream health over here?
Let's see here. We are live. There's actually somebody watching us. Hello out there.
Hello.
But looks like we're good. Hopefully, let us know if you can hear us and everything's good on that side.
And if we're making bad decisions, let us know.
Well, we are fighting Cthulhu, so don't expect us to win.
Hey, I want to have some semblance of trying.
All right, hallway on fire. Got it. And I've got 5 trophies now, so halfway to an elder sign.
And I'm just sitting on 2.
All
right. My turn.
The time goes 6 p.m.
Oh boy. 2 and 2. Is that 2 and 3 lore? Or
so it is a new day, Chris. You can heal yourself again if you like.
I could. I might as well, because I'll be at 4 sanity. I like the fact of this card because there's no terror effect. And I'll get more items because I've only had 1 item. Only actually 2 items in the entire game.
Okay.
So let's see what I can do.
You did not roll any lores.
I did not.
Every line needs a lore. So he's going to use turn in 1 of his clues just to re-roll everything.
Yeah, I think you can do.
You can do everything, or you can only do however many dice you want. So if you wanted to keep that skull, you could have.
Yeah, but I think I'll be fine.
And you are.
Let's do the 3 investigation and.
Well, you did you get 3? Oh, you did.
Yeah,
okay.
I did. So let's do the 3 investigation lore.
Well, real quick,
yeah.
I might make a suggestion.
Yes.
Because there's lots of ways to roll the investigation. So since you have the peril, you might want to do that one first.
Oh,
because you could use like 2 dice if you don't roll exactly a 3.
You're right.
So a lot of this game is trying to figure out the odds.
The best way to do it. Yeah.
No lore.
No lore, but
you get 1 more clue.
I do. And I can keep as many dice and reroll whatever I want.
Yep. So you can keep that 3 and. All right. So spinning his last clue. Hopefully he gets a lore. Nope.
No.
All right. So you failed. So you lose a die.
Doesn't really matter what I lose.
And you can focus a die if you like. You want to focus a 3?
No.
What?
I'll live with it.
What? Are you trying to?
I'll live with it. It's
suicide. Fine. Hey, you did it.
See?
I had faith in you the entire time.
Okay. My last shot.
Last shot, last die. He needs a lore specifically.
I do.
And you
did not get it.
Alright, the bad stuff is you lose some sanity. Unless you drink your whiskey.
I'll drink my whiskey, so I said that I used it.
I don't care what I saw. It was the whiskey talking. Alright, so you're still there. 9 p.m. And where should I go, Chris?
Well,
I can roll a bunch of red die.
Only 1 red die.
Yeah.
We need to get an Elder Sign, so we need to.
Well, this one has Elder Sign, but if I lose on that one, I would die also.
Oh, okay.
I only have 3 sanity.
Oh,
this
passive.
Yeah.
Maybe here.
The writing on the wall.
We have bad cards.
Yeah, I mean that one's decent. You need 5 peril and a lore, and you get a lot of rewards on that. Yeah, sure. What the heck? So we've got some writing on the wall.
Or you could have stayed there and bought something at the entrance.
I'll try to save up for an Elder Sign if I can.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to use this book on nameless cults, which gives me the red die. Seems fitting for the writing on the walls adventure. Boop. And let's see what I get. I fail.
Oh, you'd have to do that all in one roll, wouldn't you? Oh, no.
Yep. So, let's see here. I failed and I rolled terror.
And you don't have any clue tokens.
I don't. Oh, I do have a clue token.
Oh, you do?
I do. So, okay, I'll spend my clue token just so... Do I want to keep any of this?
Not the terror.
Not really, any of it. Okay, that's better. Actually, I got it. So, lore, peril, and use my ability from a 4 to a 5.
Nice.
Or any combination thereof.
So, you get a lot of stuff there, Josh.
Yep. So this one I get a spell, an enchanted weapon. So what this one allows me to do, it has a little square on it. Basically, I can save a die. I can use it for Chris's turn, my turn, whenever I want to use it. So we know there's a adventure out here that has a certain symbol that we need. I can save that for a future turn. And then we get an otherworldly location. Another dimension opens up. And I get a common item.
And I'm shuffling the monsters. But
and for some reason, the reward is a monster appears. Yay! Okay, so the way... Oh, jeez. Okay, so this is... oh, you know what? This is the ones with the mask on them only come out for a certain monster. Or certain Cthulhu.
Hey, that was a good pull for us then.
Yeah.
But we still have to pull in monsters, so...
The mask on. Oh. Try again. Another mask. Yeah, these ones with masks, there's only one of the big bads that
I think it's Yagathon or something like that.
Yagathon.
No, we're good.
Okay. So what comes out is a dimensional shambler. And so this one I have to defeat it by doing a terror and advancing the clock 3 hours. So these monsters come out and
they can either...
So you notice on some of the adventures they have like a little white outline. Monsters can go there. And this one, for example, just adds a whole nother line. Whereas on this card, it would actually cover up that top line.
And we also have one where I'm at.
In this instance, it would actually kind of make it a little bit easier. So
these 3 are your options.
Yeah. Let's just put it on this one because it actually makes it a little bit easier. Now, if all those were filled up and there was no little white spaces, you would just add it
underneath the card.
Yeah, you just add it to the top of one or something. All right, that was that.
Advanced clock
time. It is midnight.
Boom.
Mythos happens. Eldritch Knowledge. Add 1 Doom token to the Doom track, unless at least 1 investigator has a spell, which I do. So, and the lingering effect is all adventure cards gain the following terror effect today.
Oh no.
Replace any terror effect they normally have. And the terror effect is discard all dice showing terror results. So just like that one that you had.
Mm-hmm.
They all say that. Every single one. Boom. Okay. And it's your turn.
I feel like I should stay where I'm at. Yeah, what the heck, I'm going to stay where I'm at.
Good luck, sir.
I don't get the red die.
Well, you can do the top one.
That I could.
Or actually the middle one. So you rolled a 3 too.
Let's go ahead and get that done.
Hoorah! You did the top one. Now you just need a lore and apparel. Well, you got the lore, but you failed. So focus that one.
Focus.
You lose a die.
I lose a die.
Now you have to roll exactly apparel.
I don't have any rerolls.
Whoa!
No.
Nope.
I'm going to lose the sanity because of that.
Down to 3, and this is a new day, so if you want to heal yourself, you may.
Might as well.
Oh, you know what we totally didn't even pay attention to is the terror. I don't think you rolled any terrors and failed, but.
Right. I don't think I did either.
All right.
But if you're watching and we did, I apologize.
Where should I go? This otherworldly location does have an elder sign. It's pretty painful if I fail, but I'm going to try it. So I'm going to go to another dimension. There are many places, many shapes of things that are undreamt of by men. Is the flavor text? And should I add a...
I say roll as many dice as you can.
Okay. You know what? I'm just going to bring my dynamite into this other dimension and blow it up.
Oh, fair enough.
So we're
Not
going to bring the...
not going to use your yellow die.
Well, the red die, I like that one because it has the wild card on it.
That's true.
Alright. So, let's see. I need... Tentacle, or terror, and apparel. So I'll add that bottom line there. And then... So now I'll try the top line, which is a 1 investigation and a lore. 1 and a lore.
There you go.
Bing. Alright. So, oops. So I get another spell. Allows me to lock another die. Common item, yellow die, and elder sign. 2. Only 11 to go. And now for trophies, I've got 9. So 1 more and I can get this elder sign.
No. I don't replace anything because there's already 6 out.
Yep. 6 normal locations. And time ticks by.
And keeping in mind the new terror effect for everything. Should I move? Should I just stay there?
He's gonna.
I'm very, bulldogish right
He's
now.
gonna keep on trying until you go insane.
I'll try it.
You sure you don't want something easier, Chris? Sure.
What do you suggest?
I don't know. I mean,
they're all kind of hard.
This one's easy. I mean, only 3 dice, that's one way of looking at it. This one needs.
But do we want
5 dice?
Do we want to advance the clock one extra time before your turn? That's kind of.
I actually have this flute item that allows me just to discard a monster, so we could use that and not have to deal with him.
I'm.
You're gonna stay there?
I'm gonna stay there.
Do it.
It's probably against better judgment. But...
Oh, you forgot a die.
Thank you. Peril.
There's one of the investigators, one of the characters you can play as that allows you to complete multiple lines in 1 roll. That would be awesome right now because
it would be. I'm gonna do this.
You could have done like 2 rows there.
I know.
No lore.
No lore whatsoever.
And no terror, so you don't do the terror effect.
Lose a die.
Lose a die. You want to focus that 3?
I had 3, so yes. 2, 3.
Bum, bum, bum. And now it's impossible for you to actually complete it because you need 3 dice.
Well, I'm gonna lose some sanity.
You know what Albert Einstein said the definition of insanity is, Chris?
No, Josh. What is it?
Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results.
Oh well.
All right.
He's smart for a reason.
All right, so Chris, you'll get it next time. I know it.
Okay. Come help me for once.
Okay, I'll do that.
That would be very helpful if you came in.
I'll come help you. Teamwork, right?
Yeah, it is a co-op game. You kind of left me out to, dry over here.
And since I don't want to fail, I will definitely I'll add a yellow die using my knife. The question is, do I want to also
I'd say just blow it.
use a red die?
You have a wild. That's the only way you're gonna get a wild.
I have no clues to re-roll. Okay. I'll trust your judgment there.
And plus, you have like 6 cards to my 0 cards.
All right,
now.
I'm busting out the Necronomicon. So after using this card, I also gain a clue, which is nice. All right, here we go.
If you don't get this, I will be surprised.
This card is cursed.
It's probably because I'm on it.
Oh boy. All right. Well, so I do have tons of lore in this one, so I'll do this bottom one first.
With a yellow?
Oh yeah, I'll use a green instead.
See, I'm not that stupid.
All right, so complete that line. Whoa! All right, here we go.
Lore and if
Lore in this. The second line. And just need one more lore. And we got it.
How come? Great job, Josh. Great job.
Thank you.
Nicely done. I feel so useless.
You're spending hours and hours searching through these archives for a certain book.
I can't find it.
And I'm like, Chris, it's right here.
I'm a librarian. This is very disturbing.
All right, so we complete this one. That gives me 2 unique items. Wish you could trade items in this game.
I don't think you can.
All right, 2 red die things, and oops. Now this actually gives me my 10th trophy, so.
But you'd have to spend an entire
turn, yeah.
Entire turn to do that. So advancing the clock.
All right, so a unique adventure came out here. So it has the little red lock icon, which means that red die is locked. So we cannot use it until we defeat this adventure.
It doesn't bother me much because I don't have red dice.
Yep. And did you advance the timer?
I did.
Okay.
I'm kind of tempted to do this one. Or at the beginning of the day, I'm gonna.
I think you already used it this day.
No, I did not.
It was at midnight.
Oh, you're probably right. I'm gonna attempt this one.
The ancient relics. All right.
We're gonna hit midnight at 1.
Did you roll the terror?
I did.
Okay, so you can complete that. Or if you wanted to, you could do the bottom one first, because that one's a little bit harder.
Was it
a lower
3 and
3?
3. Go ahead and do that.
I just need a terror.
Watch me not get it.
You can do it, Chris. There you go.
There we go.
All
So
right, that plus time.
So we get a new Mythos card.
The monster is defeated, and if you flip it over, it is a trophy too, giving you 1 trophy point.
So I am going to be sitting at 4.
Yep. And you get a clue, as well as a spell. Oops. This spell is the Mist of Rayla.
And a new Mythos card comes up. A monster appears. Great.
Monster appears? Okay.
Strange sights the card is gone. In the lurking shadows, the bottom half of the card, the next time the clock strikes midnight, all investigators lose 2 sanity.
Alright, it's a ghoul. A ghouly ghoul.
Next time we hit midnight, we both lose 2 sanity.
Okay, so defeating the monster brought us to midnight, which brought that out. End of your turn, we're now at 3 o'clock. Okay, well, should I go ahead and spend my turn just to get a sign?
I don't see why not, because we're not. The cards are not in our favor right now. They're playing tennis with us, and we can't get anywhere.
Okay, so yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and go here to the gift shop and buy a souvenir, turn in 10 trophies, and get an elder sign.
Do these just go out of the game?
Yeah. So we've got 3 out of the 13 we need. All right, and that was my whole turn. So Chris, you're up.
Well, that was your turn.
Oh yeah.
New day. I'm going to gain a sanity.
Okay.
Or no, what's your max sanity?
Max is 3 because of Cthulhu.
Oh, sorry. I wish that was not the case. So
I need stamina, but
I'm going to gain a sanity. So I'm at 2 at the end of a couple turns.
hope there's ways to heal.
I hope so.
Oh, you know, we can always spend your turn to come to the first aid.
To heal, but yeah, that's the entire turn.
Yeah. So you can pay. You can either just for free heal 1 sanity or 1 stamina for free. Pay 2 trophies to fully regain either your sanity or stamina, and I pay 4 to fully regain both. So that's something we can always do.
Do I think I can last long enough to do this and not get hit and die with the Mythos card? That's a gamble right there, but
Yeah, it is a gamble because you have to lose a sanity. You have to lose a sanity. That brings you down to 2. And if you fail, you lose 2 more, means you're dead. And in this game, if you die, what happens? I think you actually come back as a new investigator.
I think so. I think those are the rules. But we can double check that. But that's the only way you can get it. That's the only card on the table right now we can use
To get signed.
Elder Sign, and we need those to happen. I could potentially heal before at least once.
Or you could just go to something that gives you some clues and stuff. Clues are always good.
That's true. I have a.
This one opens an otherworldly location.
But it gives me 2 clues though. I'll try it.
Key to Beyond.
I do have a spell that I could lock a die, but I'm not going to do that as So I need to do 3 first. Use that. And I failed. No.
No, you got it.
How did I get
Right
it?
there.
Oh, nice. So I got that.
Success. All right, so you get 2 clues
2 clues for me.
and otherworldly location. Plateau of Ling. And time goes up. Oh man, that one's tough. But it's got some good stuff. Wow.
So just so the people at home know, I'm sitting at 5 trophy points. So I'm halfway to a potential.
Looky here.
I saw that. It just came out. That's a lot of lore.
Now this one actually has an effect that says at midnight. At midnight, each investigator must either spend 2 trophies or lose a sanity and stamina. Yikes. I don't actually have any trophies, so I would have to lose a sanity and stamina. So you know what? I'm going to try to go defeat this.
I think that's safe.
Because it'll be midnight after my turn. So one shot. Let's, you know what? One shot. Might as well just go all out. I've got tons of items. So, oh, the red die's blocked. Dang it! Can't use my red die, but I will use the yellow die. And okay, let's see what I get. Whew, man, nothing. Not enough. Not enough lore for the top one, but I can do the bottom one. So I didn't fail. And so I've got 5 dice to get 3 lore exactly. I do have 1 clue, which I will spend. Because I got nothing.
You did get nothing. Oh.
Alright, so I failed. So
No terror.
So I'm going to focus this one, lose this one, re-roll these ones.
And you can't focus another die because you're...
Oh, man. Failure. Lose a die. And I've got nothing that could save me.
Oh! What about the spell?
Oh,
You
and put the...
You had a lure on there.
Put the lore on it? Okay. I'll take the lore and put it on my shriveling spell here. And here we go. Oh, failure. But that can stay on there, so if you come later. Alright, well, I failed. Dang it. Lose 2 sanity. Down to 1. Oh, no. Oops. Yeah, down to 1 sanity. I think, like just for the sake of like the time of this game, if we die, we're just dead.
Yeah.
Alright, so it's midnight.
The way that things are happening, I don't think that's going to happen.
So bad stuff happens. First, we'll do this one. Pay 2 trophies or lose 1 of each. Oh, actually, I'm going to die right now.
Nicely done, Josh.
Yeah, no matter what, because I lose a sanity here and I lose a sanity here. That brings me to -1.
Well, I was gonna spend a trophy
Yeah,
or
spend
2 trophies.
2 trophies.
I would have spent the 2
You
trophies.
would have been fine.
And that'd be okay. But
That one, yeah, that was
not good.
not good. All right, well, we failed. We lost. Cthulhu is going to take over the world. Sorry, guys.
My curse has not been lifted.
Yep. I think technically the way the game is you actually, so if you
get
die,
a new character.
you lose all of your items, you get a new character.
But with time constraints that we have right now,
yep,
it's not going to work.
All right. Well, hopefully you enjoyed Elder Sign. We will be back Friday night streaming some Magic tournament. So if you guys are around then, hop on in the stream and check us out.
All right. Happy Halloween, guys.
Happy Halloween.